Hi everyone, it's Chrissy, and this is not a haul video. This is a little bit different. I wanted to show you some of the things that bring me joy and what I kind of collect, and tell you the story about the thrifting behind it, because some of them are pretty good. So I'm going to take you on a little tour of my house. Don't pay attention to the cobwebs. Pay attention to what I'm talking about. All right, let me start. I'm going to flip you around. So I'm going to start here in my corner. This is my work desk. I work from home. And so these two pictures I chose for over my desk because I love anything nautical. I'm a nautical person. It's kind of odd being here in Arizona where everything's like this and hot, and I'm looking at the ocean. But these two give me great joy. This one here on the left, I got at a Goodwill. It's not a famous person. I took it because it had a crack on the paint, and I want to see how much they would repair it for. The repair was $80. Now, did I have it done? I didn't, because I only paid like $4 for this at the Goodwill. But it's beautiful, and the frame is beautiful, and I just love it. I just love it. Then I found this one in an antique shop. Now, I will tell you, I did pay up for this. I don't know if you can tell, you probably can't, but the glass is kind of like rippled. So it's a very old frame. It's a very old glass. And this is done with chalk, like, what do they call, pastels? And what I love about this piece, the absolute most, is the like vigor that's in here. I mean, that boat is in trouble, friends. And these guys are going out. They don't care how big those waves are. They don't care if Moby Dick is in there. They don't care. All they care about, I'm trying to get that glare off, but I can't. All they care about is getting in there and getting their friends. And those two give me great joy. Okay, I'm gonna move you down here. Don't pay attention to the ones behind the TV. Okay, this one is another Goodwill find. And I know we all have our theories about Goodwill. This is a watercolor, and it's by L. Hawk, who I cannot find anywhere. It's beautifully matted. It's got a nice little gold frame, but just look at the sun, the way that they have got the sun peeking through the birch trees, and the birch trees, that's the color their leaves do turn. I used to live in the East Coast, and I love birch trees. And if you're a survivalist, you love birch trees too. That's another whole story. So I'm taking you down my hallway. This is a new cart for our packing room. And I will show you, this door is my husband's office. We won't venture in there because we would be here for days. I keep the door closed just for that reason. Okay, so I've got these two. These I found in the bins, the Goodwill bins. When I first went, my first time to the Goodwill bin, when my husband took me because he had gone first, I turned around and I looked at him. I didn't even walk all the way in the building, and I said, no. And then he said, come on, just try it, just try it. I love the bins. The bins are a little bit different here in Arizona than I think they might be on the East Coast. But I found these in the bin, both of them. And when in the bin, you pay by the pound. So at that time, I think it was $1.29. And so probably $1.29 for both of them. They are acrylics. And it says J. Streeter. And they're both by the same. You're gonna get to see that I love painting. I love art. I believe there's an artist inside of me somewhere. I have tried everything from painting to sculpture, and I haven't found my niche yet. I'm hoping I find that niche before I turn 58 or 60. Okay, this one, I can't find the artist's name. I believe it's probably under the mat. because it looks like this mat is hiding some of this picture a little bit, but I don't know. I can't find a name. I liked this watercolor because it reminds me of Prescott. Now, if you're from here, Tiger and Jerry, don't make, and Bree, I say Prescott. Some of you say Prescott. I say Prescott. That's just me. But see this, the statue? And then there's like that kind of fence there. And then there's all these cutesy little shops. I got to do a little bit more research on it, but I like it. And it brightens up the hallway and makes it look cute. Onward. You might have seen this one in one of my hauls just recently. I love this. First of all, it's pencil, and it's real pencil. I mean, it's not a print, it's not anything. Can't find a name, so it's probably under the frame. The frame is not great. I mean, it's made to look shabby chic, I don't know. But I love him. He's having a bad hair day. Just look at that face. He really doesn't belong here in the kitchen. But I didn't have any place else where I wanted to put him. So he's just here temporarily until I find a home where I'm gonna put him. But he's not for sale because I like him. And I have to name him. Maybe you guys can think of a name for him. Put it in the comments. On top of him is this little watercolor. I can't see the name on her. Well, I can see the name, but I can't make it out. And it's just so stark. And there's a little bridge and a little brook, and I love it. I absolutely love it. My last name is Ridgway. So on the top of all my cupboards, you're gonna see there's a lot of tea tins. There is a company in England called Ridgway Tea. Actually used to be the head tea for Queen Victoria. And so we found one in a garage, not a garage, an auction, and they actually spell Ridgway the same way we spell Ridgway without an E. So we started collecting them. We've got way too many, and they keep miraculously coming in the mail. My husband loves to get them. So they're kind of cool though. That watercolor I got in a, it's really not an auction sale. It's, I don't know. It was kind of maybe a consignment sale. Maybe I'll call it a consignment sale. I think I got it for $18. It is a watercolor with the watermelon and the dog food bag, which I don't know how those go together. I just thought that needed to be in the kitchen, and I have some pretty tall walls. So I like it up there. It's kind of cute. Okay, moving forward. I'm trying to keep you from seeing my mess. Now this right here is a vintage 1800 butcher block that I got in an auction. We paid $300 at the auction, and as we were trying very hard to carry this out to the parking lot, somebody walked up behind us and said, "I'll give you $600 cash for that right now." So we kind of looked at each other because we thought, now why would somebody do that if it's not worth $600 or more? And we said, no, we're gonna keep it. Come to find out, we bought it going at an auction that was up to closer to where Jocelyn lives and Michael are. We live probably an hour from them. We bought it up there in their area, and when we got it home, we looked underneath, and there's a signed paper of the butcher who is in the town that we lived in. So this was actually a butcher's block, and it was heavy as heck. It's great. I love it because it's very nice size, and we've taken it everywhere we've gone. And I use it now for when things sell on eBay. I pull it from the eBay room and I put it here for my husband to get ready to do the packaging. He does all the packaging. I use, I do junk journalism thank you cards that have our store name and all that on it. and I make up the cards, and then I leave. There's a whole bunch here. It says thank you. I handwrite thank you and put them in the packages. So that's what that is there. This is a picture I just got from the Goodwill. It's a watercolor of San Diego. Never been there. I got it for $5.49 plus my discount. And we haven't decided if we're selling it yet. So it's maybe this is also called the I can't decide table. I don't know. This is a print. It's Arizona. It's signed. It's not my thing, but I needed something big for this wall right here. This is currently on eBay, on our eBay store, but it's here for now because it needed a home. Now, when you talk about Goodwill funny stories and the bins, and really, if you have never been to the bins, you gotta treat yourself. Let me show you up here. This is a set of stuffed quails. I love quails, and they were one of the first animals that I saw out here. Well, one day when we were in the bins, my husband was about 2 rows away from me, and I saw a piece of wood sticking down inside, and I went to grab the wood, and I realized these guys were attached to them, except the male didn't have his head. And that kind of made me sad. So I picked it up, and I yelled my husband, which he loves when I do that. I yell his name across like big areas so everybody turns their head. He loves it. He absolutely loves it. But anyway, so I said, Billy! And he turned his head and he did a thumbs up to me because he was too far to say anything. And I said, I pointed to the male's head, and he's like, well, you know, don't worry about it. You know, we could always take him off. About 5 minutes later, he goes, crazy. And I looked at him, and on his finger was the male's head. How they got separated in as many bins that were in between us, I have no idea. But he's about 2 pounds, so I got him for about $3. And I like him. And we used to do some gold panning, so I have some pans up there. Okay, moving on. I have some quails here. This is just an old print. Somebody gave it to me, and it's quails, so I like it. And then here I've got a set of quails. The top one is on eBay. She has a sister that's made by the same artist. It's a local Arizona artist. And her name is Hambrick, M. Hambrick. So both of them are on eBay for sale, but I liked it, and why not enjoy it? This one is a print, very cute. And this one is a oil painting. It is very intricate, it's very small. I mean, look how tiny this is, but look at the detail, look at these babies. They are so cute. This is Beth Stewart. And I have not really found much about her, so I'm thinking she's a local person, but love the quails. Love, love, love the quails. Now I'm gonna take you over here, and you can see I have a watercolor of daisies, and this is kind of sad, but these are my 2 girls that passed away. And the one here on the right is Daisy, and the other one is Daphne. And so they sit right under their little Daisy picture. Now I'm going to tell you about this little assemblage here on the wall. All those horns, they were all found from my husband back east. He is a hunter. He used to do a lot of hunting. He doesn't anymore. His knees are bad. When we went to Vermont, we always try to get something that we can bring back that kind of talks about where we've been. So in Vermont, of course, there's maple syrup, and these are all different types of taps. And somebody put them all on a board, and it came out really cool. So we got that. This painting I'm going to tell you about is a watercolor here in a second. Those 2 are Goodwill, nautical. I just thought they kind of were nice. I like the navy blue. My living room is navy blue, so I like the navy blue. Okay, so this picture, we went to an auction, and it was an estate auction, and they had advertised that this was a Dorothy Sturm with an M. We didn't go there for that. We don't know who that is. We never had heard about it. When we were younger, we had a house on Cape Cod, was our summer home. And so it kind of reminded me of Cape Cod, and I liked it. So I said to my husband, if it goes pretty cheap, I'm gonna get it. When we were walking through the house, part of the family was there, and they kept saying to each other, please remind me when the picture goes up, because I'm gonna bid on it, because it was grandma's or whatever. And I heard that, and I didn't pay much attention to it, but I thought, Then I heard somebody else talking about it too. So the auction got to the part of the painting, and it started at 50, I believe it started, and they were bidding and bidding, and I didn't see the family member who had mentioned that in the house. So I thought, maybe she changed her mind, I don't know. Well, it got up to 125 between me and this other person, and at this point, I worked hard bidding on this, and I really fell in love with it, and I wanted it. So I went up to 150. I jumped up $25, and she didn't want it for that much. So I got it for $150. Now, as soon as I got it, I took it, and my husband went to go put it right into the car. As soon as he started walking away, the family member came out of the house and didn't realize the painting had sold. And I felt awful. But not so awful that the painting didn't come home with me. I'm sorry, but when you're at an auction, man, it's cutthroat, so it's here. Here's the thing, we did some research on her. The name is not Dorothy Sturm with an S-M. It's Dorothy Stern with an N. And she actually has a gallery in Tennessee. She's no longer alive. And the galleries by the college, some college that's down there, I forget what it was. When we told them what we had, she said, oh, she doesn't usually paint that large. And she's actually a glass person. And we said, well, we just were trying to figure out about her. They said, send some pictures, and especially of her name. Well, we did. And all of a sudden, they were very, very interested. And they said, would you be willing to have that flown out? We'll pay for the expense so we can authenticate it and blah, 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 blah. And at that point, I said to my husband, they want this picture. And so it's not going anywhere. So we really don't know how much it's worth. We've never had it appraised because we just like it, and it's just gonna stay here. I have dachshunds. There's one right now. And so this is an old German picture. And on the bottom, you know, the dachshunds were bred as hunters. And on the bottom, this print says, "In Angekommen." Maybe Tiger will be able to tell me what that means. There's another Ridgeway tin. And I don't know, he's looking at a trap that was triggered, and it was just old, and I kind of liked it. All right, and the last thing I'm going to show you is this picture. Just got it at the Goodwill. It's a watercolor, and it says Chatham, Cape Cod, Mass. by Carl J. Sandbo, 87. Again, we had a summer house. Chatham is the town right next to the town where we had our house. And so I saw it. The blues go with my living room. I really liked it. So I picked it up, and here it lives. All right, so I'm going to take you one more place, and then I'm going to stop this video. And I'm going to tell you that there's some in my bedroom too. There's some lilacs. I'm not going to take you in there because I didn't make the bed. But this is our eBay room. And like I said, I have my light box, And then the shelves have letters on them and everything's categoried. The reason I wanted to bring you in here is to show you this little stockpile. So again, these are some pictures that are on eBay or I'm just going through. This front one is a Goodwill find. It's by Andrea Zendel, I think is her last name. She actually has a commissioned picture in the Vatican, one of the popes, and I can't remember which pope it was, commissioned her to do a picture. So I found her in the Goodwill for $12, and I currently have her on eBay at $1,200. I think it's probably a little bit high, but I'd rather reduce than not know what I got it for. And I'm having a real hard time finding price points for her. So, and I don't have worth point. I can't be bothered with that. So there's a couple more little pictures here. There's two little oils here. Another oil over there. That's a boat. And then this is a print. And it's kind of hard to see. And I'm short. So on the bottom right, the artist of all these prints has signed, there, maybe you can see there, in marker on the glass, his signature. So that was a really cool piece. I got that at the Goodwill also. And like it. Gotta have my nautical, man. So that's the little tour of all the artwork that I love and have in my house. I hope you enjoyed looking around. I know it's not a haul, but it's something a little different. I did want to let you know you can find good things at the Goodwill. Be selective. Don't just grab anything. Know what you're looking for. Go and investigate. Look at comps. Look at what all your other sellers on YouTube are doing, what's selling for them. And we hope you have a really good day. Bye.